Hi everyone and welcome to the second week of the live lessons for junior cycle ordinary level. So this week we are moving on to the next section of the exam countdown, so that's to do with fractions and decimals and also expressions. So I'm going to start with fractions and decimals, and I know I touched on this last week but we're going to go into it in more detail now this week, and I'll start by giving you a couple of examples and show you how to do them. Okay, so we're going to convert the following fractions into decimals. So the first example, so you can take this down. So you're going to be asked to convert 1/4 into a decimal. So that's the question. You might remember this from last week. We're going to write out the list of the powers of 10. So 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, and we'll give 100,000 as well. And it goes on. Okay, so you're going to start by writing out the list of the powers of 10. And what we're going to do next, in order to do this, we need to choose the first number in the list that is divisible by this denominator, which is 4. So which one of these can 4 divide into? So 4 won't go into 1, 4 won't go into 10, 4 will go into 100. So 4 goes into 100, so we're going to use 100, okay? So we're going to find out what that is. So 100 divided by 4 is 25. So 100 divided by 4 is 25. So then what we need to do, and I'm going to put a star beside this, we're going to multiply the numerator, which is the top number, so the numerator, and the denominator, which is on the bottom, by that number, so by 25. Okay, so we're going to take this number here, so it's 1 over 4, multiply by 25 over 25. 1 by 25 gives you 25, and 4 by 25 gives you 100. And that's the fraction 25 over 100, and we can then convert that to a decimal. If you put that into your calculator, you get 0.25. That's how you do it. So we're going to give you a second example now. So that was example 1. We're going to go on to example 2, and this time it's going to be to write 71 over 50 as a decimal. Okay, we're going to do the same thing again here. Write out the powers of 10, so 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, and 100,000. Okay, same idea. We're going to see which one of these does 50 divide into. So does 50 go into 1? No, it doesn't. Does 50 go into 10? No, it doesn't. Does 50 go into 100? Yes, it does. So we're going to divide 100 by 50. And you get 2. So now what we're going to do is, and I'm going to write out this rule. So we're going to multiply the numerator and denominator by 2 this time. Okay, so it's going to be 71 over 50. And you're multiplying by both of them by 2. Okay, so 71 by 2 gives you 142. And 50 by 2 gives you 100. So when you put in 142 divided by 100 on the calculator, you get 1.42. And that's your fraction written as your decimal. We're going to do one more of those now, so example 3, and again it's going to be convert. So it's going to be convert 17 out of 400, or 17 over 400, into a decimal. Okay, and we're going to do this the exact same way, so we're going to write out all of the powers of 10, so 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, and so on. Now what we need to do is we need to look at the denominator, which is 400. Which one of these will 400 go into? So it's 400 doesn't go into 1, 400 doesn't go into 10, 400 doesn't go into 100, 400 doesn't go into 1,000, 400 does go into 10,000. So 10,000 divided by 400, and you test that out in your calculator, it goes in 25 times. Now the rule again, we're going to multiply the numerator and denominator by 25 because that's the number that goes in. So it's going to be 17 over 400. You're multiplying by 25 on the top and 25 on the bottom. 17 by 25 gives you 425. And 400 by 25 gives you 10,000. Now if you put that into your calculator, you will get 0.0425, and that's the answer. So they're very straightforward. You just need to apply the exact same method every time you answer those questions. Okay, so we're moving on to the first section of algebra now, and the subtopic is going to be variables and equations. And I'm going to explain these using various examples. So the first example under variables and equations is going to be find the value of 2x minus 5 if x is 4 and x is minus 3. So with that one, I'm going to write out the equation. So it's 2x minus 5. Now for the first one, you're told that x is 4. So anywhere you see x, you're going to put in 4. So 2x means 2 multiplied by x. So I'm going to write in 2 bracket 4 because we're told that x is 4. Take away 5. 2 by 4 is 8. 8 take 5 is 3. So that's the answer to the first part. The second part then, you're told that x is minus 3. And you're going to write out the equation. So it's 2x minus 5. So anywhere you see x, you're going to put in minus 3. So 2 by minus 3 minus 5. 2 by minus 3 is minus 6. Minus 6 minus 5 gives you minus 11. So that's the answer to the first part. Or the second part, should I say. So I'm going to give another example here. So example 2 under variables and expressions. So for this, we're going to write down, so if A is 4, B is minus 2, and C is minus 3, find the value of the following. So I'm going to give 3. So the first one's going to be 3A, take away 2B. The second example is going to be ABC, which means A multiplied by B multiplied by C. And the third example then is going to be A squared minus B squared. So we're going to slot in our values. So 3A minus 2B. So anywhere you see A, you're going to put in 4. And anywhere you see B, you're going to put in minus 2. So I'm going to rewrite that. So 3 by A, which is 4, take away 2 by B, which is minus 2. So 3 by 4 is 12, take away. Now, be careful here. Minus and a minus always give you a plus. So we're going to change that to a plus. 12 plus 4 gives you 16. That's the answer there. Now, ABC means A multiplied by B multiplied by C. A is 4, B is minus 2, and C is minus 3. So here, 4 by minus 2 gives you minus 8. Now minus 8 by minus 3 gives you a plus. So minus 8 by minus 3 gives you plus 24. So that's the answer to that one. Then finally we have A squared minus B squared. So A squared is going to be 4 squared. Take away B squared is minus 2 squared. 4 squared will give us 16. Now you need to be careful here. When you square a negative number, it becomes positive. So minus 2 squared gives you 4. So it's going to be 16 take away 4. 16 take away 4 gives you 12, and that's the answer. So we're going to move on to the second section now, which is expressions. So I'm just going to write out a couple of examples of expressions, just so you'll be able to recognize them. So the first type is a linear expression. Okay, so linear expressions. Now, when you see a linear expression, they're usually in a line, kind of self-explanatory. So something like 2x plus 1 or 5x plus 7. So they take the format ax plus b, where you have a number attached to an x and then just a constant like that. So that's a linear expression. The second type of expression you could have is a quadratic expression. So quadratic expression, and that's where you have a squared term in it. So something like x squared plus x, 2x squared plus x plus 1, y squared plus 1. So I'm going to write in the squared term. Okay, and then I'm going to give you a couple of examples. They're the two main ones that you'd need to be able to recognise. So we're going to do an example now. So an example would be to simplify. So you'll be asked to simplify the following. So if you had x plus 2 plus 3x minus 1. So if you're asked to simplify the following. Now, here, it's as if you're multiplying this bracket by a plus 1. There's nothing in front of the first bracket there, so you can just pull it out. So it's going to be x plus 2 plus 3x. Now be careful here. So 1 by 3x gives you 3x. 1 by minus 1 gives you minus 1. So be careful there. What you're going to do then is group the x terms together, so the like terms together. So it's going to be x plus 3x plus 2 minus 1. And now you can do this bit and this bit together. So x plus 3x gives you 4x, and 2 minus 1 gives you 1. So that's the answer there. So we'll just do another example. So example 2. And again, it's going to be simplify the following. Okay, so this one is going to be 4 by x minus 1. Okay, so you have to simplify that. Now I'm going to rewrite it again. So 4 by x minus 1. Now here, you're going to multiply 4 by x, and then you're going to multiply 4 by minus 1 as well. So 4 by x gives you 4x, and 4 by minus 1 gives you minus 4. So that's the answer to that one. We're going to do another example now, and this is to do with multiplying terms of brackets. So when you have two sets of brackets, so an example would be x plus 5 by x plus 3. So if you're asked to solve that, now the way we do it is you're going to multiply the first term in the first set of brackets, first term by that, and the first term by that. So first term by everything in these brackets, and then you're multiplying the second term by everything in these brackets. So I'm going to write that out. So it's going to be x by x plus 3 plus 5 by x plus 3. So again, you're multiplying this first term by this set of brackets, so x by x plus 3, and then you're going to multiply the second term by x plus 3. So when we do it out, it's going to be x by x plus x by 3 plus 5 by x plus 5 by 3. X by x gives you x squared, x by 3 gives you 3x, 5 by x gives you 5x, and finally 5 by 3 gives you 15. So then you get x squared, so 3x plus 5x gives you 8x plus 15, and that's the answer. I'll do another one of those on the next slide just to make sure we're okay with them. Okay, so we're going to go through an example again, another example on expressions. So again, it's going to be to simplify, and it's going to be simplify 2x by x minus 3 minus 4x by x minus 3. So you're going to multiply out and simplify. So it's 2x by x minus 3 minus 4x by x minus 3. So what you're going to do here is you're multiplying 2x by x, 2x by minus 3, and then minus 4x by x, and minus 4x by minus 3. So 2x by x gives us 2x squared, 2x by minus 3 gives us minus 6x, minus 4x by x gives us minus 4x squared, and then finally minus 4x by minus 3, so minus by minus gives us a plus 12x. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the like terms together. So we're going to put the squared terms together and the x terms together. it's going to be 2x squared minus 4x squared minus 6x plus 12x. So I'm not changing signs or anything like that because there's no equal sign. I'm just pushing them together so I can then do these separately like that. 2x squared take away 4x squared is going to give us minus 2x squared. Minus 6x plus 12x gives us 6x. The answer, that's it simplified. Okay, we're going to go on to the next section, which is evaluating expressions. We're going to look at the harder ones. So when we're looking at evaluating expressions, you're usually told what x is and you have to sub in the values, okay? So we're going to do an example. So if a is 1, b is 4, c is 5, x is minus 2, and y is 3. Find the values of. So this is a longer question. So the first question there, find the values of a plus b over b plus c. Next one is going to be 4x plus b over 5y minus 4c. Third one is going to be 2a plus 4c over 2x plus 5y. And finally, AB minus XY over AC minus CX. So we're literally just plugging in values here. You were told that A is 1, B is 4, C is 5, X is minus 2 and Y is 3. So you're subbing in values. So A plus B is going to be 1 plus 4 over B plus C. So that's going to be 4 plus 5. 1 plus 4 gives us 5. 4 plus 5 is 9. So the answer is 5 ninths. On to the second one. 4x, so it's going to be 4 by x. So you're told that x is minus 2. Plus b, you're told that b is 4. Over 5y, so it's going to be 5 by y, which is 3. Take away 4c, so 4 and c is going to be 5. So 4 by minus 2 is minus 8 plus 4 over, so 5 by 3 is 15. Take away 4 by 5, which is 20. Minus 8 plus 4 gives us minus 4. And 15 take away 20 is minus 5. Now minus divided by minus always gives us a plus. You can write that as 4 over 5. On to the third part now. So 2 by A is going to be 2 by 1 plus 4 by C is going to be 4 by 5 over 2x, so x is minus 2, so 2 by minus 2 plus 5y, so 5 by y and y is 3. 2 by 1 is 2, 4 by 5 is 20 over 2 by 2 is minus 4 plus 5 by 3 is 15. So 2 plus 20 is 22 over, so minus 4 plus 15 is going to give us 11. So 22 divided by 11, that will give us 2. And finally, AB, so that's going to be 1 by 4, minus XY, which is minus 2 by 3, all over AC, so A is going to be 1 by C, which is 5, take away C, which is 5, by X, which is minus 2. Now be careful with these ones because there's a few minuses floating about there. So 1 by 4 is 4. Now here, minus by minus gives us a plus. So 2 by 3 is 6, so it's going to be plus 6. Over 1 by 5 is going to be 5. And again, be careful, you have two minuses. Minus by minus gives us a plus, and 5 by 2 is 10, so it's plus 10. 4 plus 6 is 10. 5 plus 10 is 15. Can we break that down? Yes, we can. 5 into 10 goes twice. 5 into 15 goes 3 times, so it's 2/3. Okay, so we're on to the next section now, which is simplifying expressions, and we're going to be dealing specifically with addition here. So we did a bit of this in the last lesson, but again, this is going to be a step up from that. So you'll be asked to simplify. So simplify the following. So the first example there is going to be 2x squared plus 2x plus 3x squared plus 5x. Second example is going to be 11b squared minus 7b minus 1 minus 3b squared plus 5b minus 9. And then a third example, I'm going to put in some brackets this time. So it's going to be 7x plus 5y plus 9 minus 5x plus 3y plus 4. So we look at the first example there. So we're going to put the like terms together. I'm going to write that rule up here. So group like terms, so the same terms together. So put them beside each other. So you have 2x squared and you have 3x squared. There's no other x squared terms there. So I'm just going to put them together. So 2x squared plus 3x squared. And then I'm going to put the x's together. So you have 2x and 5x. So you have 2x and 5x. And again, you'll notice I did not change the signs there because there's no equals. So now what you can do is you can deal with this and deal with this separately. X squared is not the same as x. You cannot add x squared and x together. They're not the same thing. Okay, so 2x squared plus 3x squared is 5x squared. 2x plus 5x is 7x. And that's it, simplified. Next example, we're going to group like terms together. So let's look at the b squared terms. We have 11b squared and you have minus 3b squared. So there's no other b squared terms. So it's 11b squared minus 3b squared. And remember, I brought over the minus because there's a minus in front of the 3. Next terms, let's look at the b's. You have minus 7b plus 5b. There's no other b's there, so minus 7b plus 5b. And then finally, you just have the numbers on their own. So you have minus 1, minus 9. So I'm going to put them together. Minus 1, minus 9. We're going to group these together, and these together. 11b squared, take away 3b squared, is going to give us 8b squared. Minus 7b plus 5b gives us minus 2b. And finally, 1, or minus 1 should I say, minus 9 is minus 10. And that's it simplified. This example here, so we imagine there's a 1 in front of the first set of brackets. We imagine there's a minus 1 in front of the second set of brackets. So you can pull everything out of the first set. It's going to just be 7x plus 5y plus 9. Now here you need to be careful. Minus 1 by 5x gives us minus 5x. Minus 1 by 3y gives us minus 3y. And finally, minus 1 by 4 gives us minus 4. Now again, we're going to group the like terms together. So we're going to group 7x minus 5x together. So 7x minus 5x. Now we're going to group the y's. So 5y minus 3y is going to give us 2y. So I'll do that in a minute. So 5y minus 3y we're going to group together. And finally 9 minus 4. So we have plus 9 minus 4. We're going to group the x's together, the y's together, and the numbers together. 7x minus 5x gives us 2x. 5y minus 3y gives us 2y. And finally 9 minus 4 gives us 5. And that's our answer there. Okay, we're on to the last section here, and it's simplifying expressions with distribution this time. So we're dealing with distribution. And again, we're going to do an example to show that. So example 1, and you're going to be asked to solve or simplify. So solve or simplify 4 by 3x squared minus 5x. So in this case, it's going to be 4 by 3x squared and 4 by minus 5x. I'm going to write that out. So 4 by 3x squared plus 4 by minus 5x. Now 4 by 3x squared gives me 12x squared, and 4 by minus 5x gives me minus 20x. And that's it, solved. We're going to do one more example there. So example 2. And this one is going to be simplify. So you're going to be asked to simplify minus 3 by 5x plus 6y plus 2. And what that means is you multiply minus 3 by everything in these brackets. So you multiply minus 3 by 5x, minus 3 by 6y, and minus 3 by 2. So I'm going to write that out. So minus 3 by 5x, minus 3 by 6y, and finally minus 3 by 2. Minus 3 by 5x gives you minus 15x. Minus 3 by 6y gives you minus 18y. And finally, minus 3 by 2 gives you minus 6. And that's that one simplified. Okay, so I've pulled two questions now. One is from 2018 and the other is from 2017. So we're going to be able to do this based on what we're after covering there. So question 13 here. So it says find the value of 4p minus 3m when p is 5 and m is 2. So I'm going to write out what we're given again. So 4p minus 3m, and you're told p is 5 and m is 2. So anywhere you see p, you're going to put in 5, and anywhere you see m, you're going to put in 2. So 4p is going to be 4 by 5. Take away 3 by m, so 3 by 2. 4 by 5 is 20. Take away 3 by 2 is 6. 20 minus 6 is 14. Now the next question, solve the equation. 3 by x plus 5 plus 2 by 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. So we're going to write that out. 3 by x plus 5 plus 2 by 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. Now, we know what to do here. 3 by that, so 3 by x, 3 by 5, 2 by 2x, and 2 by 3. So it's going to be 3 by x plus 3 by 5 plus 2 by 2x plus 2 by 3 equals 0. So 3 by x gives us 3x, 3 by 5 is 15, 2 by 2x is 4x, and finally 2 by 3 is 6, and that equals to 0. Now on the left hand side we want to get x's, so we're going to try and get rid of the numbers. So let's group them together first of all. So 3x plus 4x plus 15 plus 6 equals 0, so we can group these together. 4x plus 3x gives you 7x, and 15 and 6 gives you 21, and that's equal to 0. Now we want to get x on its own. So in order for us to do that, we need to get rid of the 21. So you've plus 21, how would you make that 0? You'd take away 21. So we're going to take away 21 on this side, and we're going to do the same to this side. So it's going to be 7x plus 21, take away 21 is equal to 0, take away 21. So they cancel, give you 0, so you get 7x is equal to minus 21. So I'm just going to finish it up here. So 7x is equal to minus 21. So how do I get rid of the 7 there? So 7x, how do I get x on its own? I'd divide it by 7, wouldn't I? So it's going to be 7x over 7 is equal to, and remember we need to do the same both sides, so it's going to be minus 21 over 7. 7x divided by 7 gives you x, and minus 21 divided by 7 is minus 3. So that's your answer there. So I have one more question to do. I'll do that on the next slide. So this is from 2017. You're told that n is 4, and you're asked to find the value of 2n plus 1 over 3n minus 2. And you're told that n is 4. So anywhere you see n, you're going to put in 4. So it's going to be 2 by 4 plus 1 over 3. 3n, so 3 by 4 minus 2. 2 by 4 is 8. 8 plus 1 over 3 by 4 is 12. 12 minus 2. 8 plus 1 is 9. 12 minus 2 is 10. So the answer there is 9/10. Now this one here, you have to multiply out and simplify. So w plus 4 by 3w minus 2. So remember this, we're going to multiply this term by everything in these brackets, and then we're multiplying this term by everything in these brackets. So it's going to be w by 3w minus 2 plus 4 by 3w minus 2. So it's w by 3w, w by minus 2, 4 by 3w, and 4 by minus 2. So I'm going to write that out. So w by 3w plus w by minus 2 plus 4 by 3w plus 4 by minus 2. W by 3w gives us 3w squared. W by minus 2 is minus 2w. 4 by 3w is 12w. And 4 by minus 2 is minus 8. This is a little bit trickier. So if we have any other squared terms other than this one, we don't. So we can write that down. So 3w squared. So we've dealt with that. Now, minus 2w plus 12w. So that's 12w take away 2w is going to give us 10w. So we've dealt with that now. Minus 8. And that's the answer. So that's your answer there. So I know that was a little bit trickier than the ones we've done. That's from the 2017 exam paper. So next week we'll be moving on to the second algebra topic. I hope you found that useful, and you can send in any questions that you have into the chat. And also I'm going to post a couple of links as well that will be useful on the Maths Tutor website that you can refer back to.